finally here. Royal Rumble season. The match of chaos. The surprises. The moments that break the internet. But here's what most fans don't realize. All of this chaos doesn't just depend on creative. And it doesn't just depend on the wrestlers. It depends on one person. The referee. The referee is the only thing standing between order and total disaster. They control the pace. They protect the timing. They make sure the script survives 30 bodies moving at once. And when referees lose control, the entire match goes off the rails. So today, I'm breaking down times referees completely lost control in Royal Rumble matches, whether it was part of the storyline or something that went completely off script. So buckle up and get ready to ring that bell because we're jumping right into the chaos. The Royal Rumble 1997 is remembered as one of the most controversial finishes in WWE history, not because of chaos, but because of one missed call that changed everything. Late in the match, Bret Hart throws Stone Cold Steve Austin over the top rope. By the rules, Austin is eliminated, but at the exact same moment, the referees are distracted. A violent brawl breaks out at ringside between Mankind and Terry Funk. The officials rush over to restore order. No one sees Austin hit the floor. Austin reacts instantly. He slides back into the ring, and the match goes on as if nothing happened. As the Rumble reaches its final moments, Austin moves fast. He eliminates Vader, then shocks the arena by dumping The Undertaker. Now it comes down to two men, Austin and Bret Hart. Bret believes Austin was eliminated earlier, and no referee ever corrected it. Seconds later, Austin throws Bret Hart over the top rope. The referees turn around just in time to see Bret hit the floor. Stone Cold Steve Austin is declared the winner. The crowd is stunned. Bret Hart is furious, and that anger doesn't end at the Royal Rumble. This controversial finish becomes the fuel for one of WWE's most iconic rivalries. Bret Hart is obsessed with proving the system is broken. Steve Austin embraces the chaos. That tension explodes weeks later on the biggest stage of all. At WrestleMania 13, Bret Hart and Steve Austin collide in a brutal submission match. A match born directly from the controversy of Royal Rumble 1997. Royal Rumble 1997 wasn't a clean victory. It was the spark that led straight to WrestleMania and helped define an entire era in WWE. As the 2000 Royal Rumble reached its final moments, only The Rock and Big Show remained. Big Show threw The Rock out of the ring. When The Rock fell, his foot clearly touched the ground first. A fraction of a second later, Big Show also fell. According to the rules, the result was clear. The Rock was eliminated. Big Show should have won, but the referees didn't see it. The match ended immediately, and The Rock was declared the winner of the Royal Rumble. This wasn't like the 1997 Royal Rumble, where Stone Cold Steve Austin's controversial victory was part of the storyline. This was different. The 2000 Royal Rumble was a complete blunder, completely out of script. The cameras caught it, the replay showed it, and the fans reacted immediately. Today, if you watch the match on the WWE network, you'll find something missing. The replay showing The Rock's foot touching the ground was cut. Instead of changing the result, WWE made a calculated decision. They capitalized on the mistake. They acknowledged the controversy and turned it into a storyline. The company decided that Big Show had the right to claim the victory, and as a result, WWE scheduled a match between The Rock and Big Show for No Way Out 2000. The winner would earn the opportunity to headline WrestleMania. Big Show won, but the story didn't end there. The road to WrestleMania became so chaotic that the main event was changed to a fatal four-way match, adding both The Rock and Mick Foley back into the title picture. Ultimately, WWE turned a single split-second mistake into weeks of compelling television. Alright, before we get to our next story, I want to clarify something. This next segment is a little different from the rest. It doesn't end with a referee botch or a controversial finish, but I had to include it for one simple reason. Kane's performance that night was so iconic and a form of absolute chaos in its own right that it has to be talked about. This is the story of a monster who simply couldn't be stopped by normal means. Royal Rumble 2001 featured one of the most dominant performances in Rumble history. That night, Kane wasn't just a competitor, he was a force of nature. 11 eliminations. One by one, he cleared the ring. The performance was so dominant, the crowd started to believe the monster might actually win. Then, the final entrant arrived. Stone Cold Steve Austin. It came down to two men. Austin tried to eliminate him, but Kane wouldn't go down. He fought back, dominating the rattlesnake. It became clear. Austin couldn't eliminate Kane with his bare hands, so he did the only thing he could do. Austin rolled out of the ring, grabbed a steel chair, and returned to unleash hell. One chair shot. Kane stumbled. A second chair shot. Kane reeled back. A final brutal chair shot to the head. Kane was finally dazed. Only then could Stone Cold Steve Austin eliminate the monster to win the Royal Rumble. This wasn't a referee mistake. It wasn't a controversy. It was a story told through pure violence. The story of a monster so unstoppable that even the toughest SOB in WWE had to use a weapon just to survive him. Kane may not have won the match, but he walked out of that Rumble looking stronger than the man who actually won it. Royal Rumble 1994 ended in a moment WWE had never faced before. The final two were Bret Hart and Lex Luger. Both men fought desperately to stay alive. Then it happened. They were sent over the top rope together. Bret Hart hit the floor. Lex Luger hit the floor. The referees looked at each other and had no answer. Replays were shown. Slow motion was checked. There was no clear winner. Instead of forcing a decision, WWE made a historic call. They declared both men winners of the Royal Rumble. This wasn't a referee mistake. It wasn't chaos, and it wasn't an accident. This was a planned finish, designed to create controversy, and it worked. The road to WrestleMania was suddenly unclear. Who deserved the championship match? That question led directly to WrestleMania 10, where WWE decided that both men would get a shot at the champion, Yokozuna. Luger got his shot first and lost, but later that night, Bret Hart defeated Yokozuna to finally win the WWE Championship. Royal Rumble 1999 is one of the strangest Rumbles WWE has ever produced because the match didn't follow the usual rules. From the start, Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't trying to win, he was trying to destroy Vince McMahon. The countdowns kept hitting 0, but Austin and McMahon were fighting backstage, in hallways, and outside the arena. At one point, Vince McMahon even joined the commentary team while technically still being in the match. The structure was gone. The order was broken. The Rumble became unpredictable by design. In the end, it came down to two men, Austin and McMahon. After chasing him all night, Austin finally had McMahon cornered. Victory seemed certain, but then The Rock appeared, distracting Austin for a critical second. McMahon seized the opportunity, eliminating Austin from behind. Vince McMahon was declared the winner. The ultimate villain had won the Royal Rumble. The match didn't just feel out of control, its very result was the ultimate act of chaos, proving that in the Attitude Era, the rules truly didn't matter. Royal Rumble 1995 came down to its final two competitors, Shawn Michaels and the British Bulldog. The tension was obvious. One move would decide everything. The British Bulldog charged forward, lifted Michaels, and threw him over the top rope. The arena exploded. The British Bulldog's music hit the speakers. He climbed the turnbuckles, arms raised in victory. It was over. He was going to WrestleMania, but the bell never rang to officially end the match. Suddenly, while the Bulldog was still celebrating, Shawn Michaels stormed back into the ring, seemingly from nowhere. He rushed up behind the unsuspecting Bulldog and sent him flying over the top rope. The music cut. The crowd was stunned into silence. The referee raised Shawn Michaels' hand. He was declared the winner. How was this possible? The confusion was deafening until the replay provided the incredible answer. As Shawn Michaels had fallen moments earlier, only one of his feet had touched the floor. His other foot dangled just inches from the ground. By the rules, he was never eliminated. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. It was the most devastating kind of chaos. The chaos of a premature celebration, built on a technicality so brilliant, no one saw it coming. That moment sent Shawn Michaels to WrestleMania 11 and proved something the Royal Rumble keeps teaching fans. Sometimes, the biggest chaos doesn't come from violence. It comes from a split second. The final two in Royal Rumble 2005 were John Cena and Batista. Everything came down to one move. Batista charged forward, Cena lifted him, and suddenly both men went over the top rope at the exact same time. Cena hit the floor, Batista hit the floor. The referees froze. No one could tell who won. This wasn't planned. You can tell, because seconds later, Vince McMahon stormed down to the ring to take control, and that's when disaster struck. As Vince slid angrily into the ring, he tore both of his quadriceps muscles. A real agonizing injury live on television. Unable to stand, Vince sat on the canvas, barking orders and demanding the match be restarted with only Cena and Batista. The match was officially restarted. This time, there was no mistake. Batista quickly eliminated Cena, and the road to WrestleMania was suddenly locked in. That unplanned, chaotic finish sent Batista to WrestleMania 21, where he challenged Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cena, meanwhile, took the other path, facing JBL for the WWE Championship. Royal Rumble 2005 wasn't just controversial, it was a moment where a real botch, a real injury, and real chaos didn't change the plan, but accidentally created one of the most unforgettable finishes in WWE history, solidifying the rise of two new top stars at the exact same time. And that's the end of the video. Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us which chaotic moment you loved the most, and don't forget to like and subscribe.